Hey y'all, this is a really good question in response to a video I made about how I turned a book I wrote as a joke in 2 months into a bestseller. And the answer's a complicated one, so I'm gonna do a series of videos about this. Hello, I'm Edie Skye and I write books about hot girls and giant robots. And to be completely honest, the first ingredient was luck. Specifically luck that had to do with the Big River site's algorithm. I chose its release date by chance because it coincided with the first day of a convention I was going to. And about a year after I released it, found out that I just happened to release during a small dry spell in the genre. There were new books coming out in the harem genre during that time, of course, but the heavy hitters weren't really releasing anything. The result was that new people in the genre got a chance to stand out. There's a little cluster of authors, myself, Peter North, Deacon Frost, Phil Eriks, who were all relatively new to the genre and who all saw really good jumps from that period. The lack of big-name competition allowed Titan Mage in particular to stay at the top of the steampunk bestseller sublist for weeks after release. But I did do some stuff on my own that helped that along. The convention that I released at, there was anticipation for this novel. Primarily because I was a known figure at that convention, but up until that time I had only released semi-clean novels, no smut. So there was a lot of interest from my author community alone, just out of curiosity. And to play upon that curiosity, I took an idea from my author pal Terry Maggart. He recommended making a sign with the cover of the book, a QR code linking to it, and a caption reading, "Help me earn my orange tag," my bestseller tag. And so I did, and I wore that around the convention. Sheer shamelessness of it got attention. The immediacy of the QR code allowed people to order instantly. Word got around, and by the end of the first day, I'd reached #1 on the steampunk bestseller list. Leading up to it though, I already had a lot of author friends sharing about it online. All of that added up to make the Big River site's algorithm notice it, which in turn pushed it further. All this to say, some stuff about it I could not emulate again if I tried. There are too many names in harem fantasy now for those dry spells to ever happen again. But there's a lot to be said for shameless hawking of your wares, and also for author networking and having author friends who are willing to share your stuff. That was what kicked off the success. There are other things that I did that are emulatable, and I'll cover those in the next videos.